this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener. And they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Cousins gives way to Cook. Nifty move. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Cousins toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Here's Cousins. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. From the 38, Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And when he made that catch for a first down, the first thing that broke into my mind, respect. He's still at it at a really demanding position. Broke into the NFL in 2006 and is still highly productive.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. play action. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake. Cousins on the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And inside give to Jones.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. And complete to Lewis over the middle.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Number 50, and you block over here. 26, back one.
Here's Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go back to the ground with Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard, 31 yards.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Cousins.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Again, it's Cook. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Cook.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 27, Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll be be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, 626. Inside. We are going.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Jones again.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Nwonger now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd down, Cook.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Cousins to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Cousins.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go, 48.
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Here's Cousins. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans that are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
They're going to try and run for it, and they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the
Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back stacking double up, now you in trouble. My on hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man. I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another.
It's now the San Francisco 49ers pick. They're up